Good day, viewer at home. You are welcome to another edition of The Amazon, coming to you on the Precision TV. The Amazon is a program where we celebrate women who have made marks in their profession and in the society at large. And today with me on the program is a medical practitioner and a woman who has actually grew and rose through the ranks in the medical profession in Nigeria. And she's no other person than Dr. Faozat Aragbaye. She'll be here with us on the program today as she'll be sharing her experiences with us in the profession and even talking on her own NGO which she has established after her retirement. And I'll stay back as we journey together on this program. I am Ayobamiji Komolafe. So let's get the ball rolling. Who exactly is Faozat Aragbaye?
Faozat Aragbaye was born 61 years ago. She was born and brought up in Lagos. She's near good luck and attended and served in college in Solo. Attended Federal School of Arts and Science, Victoria Island, and the medical education was at Friendship University, Moscow. So she graduated 1985 and returned back to Nigeria. She got married in 1985 while in Moscow. And she took on employment with State Specialist Hospital Akure in 1985 November. That's as a house officer. And did an internship at NTA Akure in the NTA clinic. That was 1986. And took up a job with Ondo State government in 1987 after the youth service. Well, she took up the job as a young medical officer, very active in the profession. She was the treasurer of Nigerian Medical Association. Later, she rose to the level of vice chairman, Nigerian Medical Association. And later, through the profession, she took up the position of the first chairman of National Association of Government General Practitioners, Government Dental and General Practitioner of those states. She was the pioneer chairman of, we call it NAG-NDP.
Wow, and that's very good and interesting to know. So what was growing up like for you? Did you grow up in a very comfortable environment, or you grew up with some challenges? Though everybody encounters a particular challenge at one point in time or the other, but the level at which we encounter those challenges are higher than each other. So what was growing up like for you?
Well, what I can say is that I would not say that I come from a very rich family, not really rich. My mom happened to be a businesswoman in Lagos. My dad was a civil servant. And interestingly, at first, I started my secondary education at Christ School, Molete, Ibadan. But due to frequent illness, I couldn't even proceed with that in that place. So I had to change to Lagos. But I traveled, I studied as a day student because then boarding was not too common. But notwithstanding, what I can say my growing up is that I would not say that I have so many challenges, but at the same time, one way or the other, I can say things were not really very smooth.
Okay. So why did you choose medicine as a career? After all, we have other professions out there. Why did you choose medicine specifically as a career?
Well, as a young girl, I would say, I just had a passion for medicine. I didn't particularly see anybody, but what I knew of was that even when I was still in secondary school, I used to read a lot of magazines, Tell magazines and all other magazines. And I just took that passion to be a doctor. Although one of my uncles was a medical doctor, a surgeon, I have a cousin who was also a doctor. So from the family. So
choosing medicine as a career was born out of passion, and so far so good. In what ways have you derived satisfaction from this career of yours?
Well, I would say that I have passion for the profession because I worked at the State Specialist Hospital for close to 15 years before being moved for administrative job. Well, and my administrative job, I still have contact with the hospital, which was, I became the Director of Medical Services, Hospitals Management Board. That doesn't mean that I was not still having interest in my profession. I still, one way or the other, practice the profession. And I have a clinic that I run to even after retirement.
Wow, that's good. So I want to ask you, what opportunities have you been able to derive from this profession, both within the country and as your profession at any point in time, taking you outside the country, and what other opportunities have you been able to derive from this particular profession?
Well, I will not say that I traveled outside the country going for external conferences as regards medicine. But what I know of is that medicine, as it is a passionate job. If you don't have passion, you can't practice it. And that is why presently we have a lot of challenges in this country. Because of the fact that the commitment is very low among Nigerians generally. It doesn't get out of medical practice too. I mean, commitment to one's job has actually gone down in this country, and it's also affecting the medical profession. And that is where I think we all have to look up to, that one way or the other we should make up. And for those who are in the profession, they should have change of attitude. They should think of their patients at all times. They are supposed to think about themselves when they are here, but while they are working, they should think about their patients, because neglecting patients can actually cause a lot of havoc for the patients.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So we are still on the program, The Amazon, and so far we've been speaking with Dr. Faozat Aragbaye. We'll go on a short break now, and after which we'll return to ask our other questions. And I hope you all learn. You have been learning, and I hope you still learn from our wealth of experiences that she'll be sharing with us. Do stay back.